So there's a couple of tips I want to give you with the camera. Firstly, some of the buttons aren't that clear. What I mean by that is, when you're using the camera, let me turn it on. On is up here, your lens extends out. So right now I had it in live streaming mode, so let's get it out of live streaming mode. First is touchscreen, so you can use a touchscreen, and we're on number 3, 4, 5 there. Let's turn that within for OK, and let's go back to menu now. Okay, so firstly the on and off button is pretty straightforward. That's fine, nice and easy. Here is your zoom option. Let me flip the screen up so you can see it. Okay, wait, let me give you something interesting to look at. So we've got our Camlink 4K there. Okay, so here you'll see zoom in, zoom out, and then that button is to take a photograph. If you're in photograph mode. Oh, wait a minute, will it take a photograph in video mode? Memory card? I have a memory card in there. Okay, that did just focuses. So it just focuses where it wants to focus. Put it into manual mode just by turning the top dial. Now I should be able to take a photograph. You'll see it's very silent for photos, and that's your photo there. Now, photo was taken there. You can half click it and it focuses, and then fully click it and it takes a photograph. So that's your top button there sorted out. Now this button here, that's like a bit interesting. I don't really have a need for this exposure compensation type thing. I don't use that much, but the top button you do, because that's obviously changing modes. So if you want to go into video mode, you go into video mode, and if you want manual, AV, TV, if you're not familiar with any of these settings, I did a full photography course to help you about aperture, shutter speed, ISO, that kind of stuff. So that's the top thing there. You can't push that down, so that doesn't do anything else there. Now let's go to the back of the camera where it gets interesting. Let's take a couple of photos so you can see what I mean by that. Let's do a little selfie. Okay, there. Now I have some photographs. So first thing is touchscreen, so you can simply click on and slide over. So that shutter speed is way too low. Let's put that at about 100 shutter speed. Use the back to go back, so now I'm on 100. We're in TV mode, so it'll always stay at 100, and the camera will adjust other settings to give us like a 1.8, but it's a bit too dark, it's saying. That's fine. ISO is set as 125. We can also make that auto, and then in TV mode it'll always keep the two settings, and those numbers will change automatically. Now we're saying that the top buttons have been sorted out. Here, what's all this about now? So you can record that button there and it goes into recording mode, even if you're in other modes, which is like interesting. So you'll see that there, trying to focus. There you go. So I'm actually recording there in another mode, which is still perfectly fine. You can do that. There's a couple of good things that I liked about it. I'll tell you those. But this here, let's go back to menu. Let's go to play. So that is everything I've done in camera. When I do play, now here is where it is interesting. This outer wheel, let me get you close. This outer wheel here actually spins independently of the inner side. So you can actually, I keep long nails just for this. See that? That spins. It's not very straightforward. It's not, you wouldn't know that. So you can actually spin that to scroll through things. And if you wanted to go, you can click next. So that's a next and previous, and that's up and down, or like those options. So you've got a multi-function option here that spins. So you can go through all the photographs you've taken. You can select by pressing Q, and that brings up additional options. How about if you do that in a live situation? So say for example, let's go back here. So I'm in like a live camera situation. If I press the middle button, it brings up all the camera settings, which I can then adjust. So for example, on the fly, I can go autofocus. There's 3 methods. One stop methods. Down here, metering mode. You've got large, what kind of quality you want to take on your photos. What movie size. You can't see any of this. You cannot see any of this. You cannot see any of that. What is going on, people? Okay, how far did I get to?